Fusebox.
Okay, this is Fusebox number 205, Pleading the Filth. And you may have gotten some on you.
Sadly, yes. There it is, right there. Nasty spot, too. You know, you might have to have yourself dry cleaned. You know, a deep steaming, that should do it.
No, what are you doing? Wait, I'm still wearing these clothes. These aren't the ones that I want.
No, just step this way. It's fine.
No, I mean, you can't steam clean these. I'm still wearing them. Take your hands off me.
We'll take care of that, sir.
No, wait.
No, that's fine.
No, you can't possibly fit me inside this steamer.
In you go.
No, you can't go.
Yeah, that'll get all your kinks out. Hello, friends, and welcome in to this, the 205th edition of Fusebox, legally entitled Pleading the Filth, as we have a bunch of that going on around us at the moment, do we not? I'm your seeking the advice of counsel as I board a rocket to Arcturus host, Mark Rose, and over there, resplendent in t-shirt and baseball cap, complete with antlers, is the Archbishop of Amplitude, Milt Keynes, everybody.
Well, thank you kindly.
Oh, hey, I gotta tell you, man, I got something special for you in this program.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, indeedy.
I got a glowing review of Love Camp of the SS finally?
No, not quite.
Well, I'm still patiently waiting for that review, bro, since I sent you that disc months ago,
Yeah, I know. And I promise, I will get around to that. Just haven't been in the right headspace for that thing. But, hey, with all the for real nasty shenanigans going on right now around us.
Who said Love Camp of the SS is fiction?
What, it's a documentary?
Maybe.
Well, be that as it couldn't, I do have a treat for you nonetheless.
Oh, bring it.
Okay, well, in a bit, we're going to be talking about several of the most current and certainly entertaining, well, at least to me anyway, conspiracy theories circulating in our present world.
Really?
Really.
All right, so do any involve the giant Manus aliens opening up cleverly disguised Dunkin' Donut shops in various suburban locations? Or that when you go to sleep, the entire vegetable aisle at major grocery stores just disappears and then reappears only when someone enters the store.
Now that one, does that involve George Soros?
Is he a grocer?
In any event, we shall take a peek at some of these wondrous ideas. But first, this perfectly dystopian example of pin-headed ignorance, once again, emerging from the land of swamps and reptiles, our favorite repository of the dim-witted. Yeah, that's right, down there, right in that area down there. Friends, you're probably aware, if you live in this country or have been following the mentally delimited activities in the Sunshine State as it pertains in particular to one guy's rabid obsession with removing the word gay from general vocabulary, or at least using it in terms of education.
You're talking about the governor.
Yes, Ron the Sand Slug has made it one of his gubernatorial causes, it would appear, in recent years to really clamp down on the use of that word, even getting all petulant and threatening to revoke certain municipal privileges that Disney has enjoyed. Specifically, when Disney disagreed with the governor and said, nope, Not going along with that brown shirt kind of censorship you're suggesting. So have a happy day, and we'll see you in court if needed.
Well, that whole thing kind of sank when it was revealed that he doesn't have the authority to do that.
You know what? I'm still thinking that the governor, the sand slug, is playing by that notion that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission. Seriously, most of all his, quote, mandates have met with legal stonewalls or were just slapped down at the start. His MO, really, is to play to his base of MAGA-teers, and the outcome really isn't the issue. Just the display is necessary.
Yeah, all sizzle, no steak.
Yeah, it's probably lizard steak anyway. Well, friends, one follower of this quasi-fascist ideology, a Christian school, recently told parents that gay, transgender, and non-binary students will be forced to, quote, leave the school immediately.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Grace Christian School in Valrico, Florida, sent an email from a top administrator at the school, according to NBC News here. The school enrolls students from, kindergarten to grade 12. So, yes, a full-service mind control institution. The email asked parents to agree to the policies before sending their children to school.
We believe that God created mankind in His image, male a man and female a woman, sexually different, but with equal dignity.
Yeah. Administrator Barry McKean wrote in the June 6 email that was seen by NBC. He continued,
Therefore, one's biological sex must be affirmed, and no attempts should be made to physically change or alter or disagree with one's biological gender.
Florida Christian School says it will refer to students only by biological gender.
Well, okay, now I'm not saying it's right or even fucking smart, but it is a private school, yeah?
Yes, but even private schools have to abide by the U.S. Constitution, and this is a clear violation of both civil and human rights.
Oh, brother, see, this is gonna get ugly.
No, already is. McKean cited verses from the Bible which he said condemned, quote, elective sex reassignment, transvestite, transgender, or non-binary gender-fluid acts of conduct.
Well, how about the acts of conduct in the Bible? I mean, just about everything he mentions there's in that book.
Well, you are correct, Mr. Keynes, but clearly a case of do what we say and not as we do kind of a thing. And he blathers on with this.
We believe that any form of homosexuality, lesbianism, bisexuality, transgender identity, lifestyle, self-identification, bestiality, incest, fornication, adultery, and pornography are sinful in the sight of God and the church.
Well, I guess he can believe whatever he and his cult want to believe. But that just
Did you just call the followers of Christianity cultists, Mr. Keynes?
Guilty. Oh, do I go to the lake of fire now?
Oh, immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100.
Well, at least let me get my bathing suit first, okay?
Well, clearly this will meet with strong opposition from all sorts of places, and I'm sure Governor the Sand Slug will be right there defending its theocratic wannabeism.
Man, that place is going more batshit crazy every hour.
It's got to be in the water. You know?
I'll drink to that.
It's a show for everybody, but not everybody will like it. TheFuseboxShow.com.
And we're back, bro.
Thank you muchly, sir. From the highly absurd with a little whack-bat crazy on the side to the seemingly bottomless pit of cranium-corrupted conspiracy theories of our current age.
Oh, man, I should make popcorn.
Yes, and but don't worry, there's plenty of corn to go around here, Mr. Gaines. Like this one. Did you know that our world actually, in fact, ended in 2012? So if you're waiting for the Big Bang to happen or something like that, I'm sorry, I just have to give you the sad news, but you missed it.
Missed it?
Yeah, because according to this theory, the ancient Mayan prophecy is said to have been fulfilled in 2012. And this theory was given an extra boost by a Twitter user named Nick Hinton, who believes that, quote, nothing has felt right since 2012. Also, it was the same year that CERN, and that's the European Organization for Nuclear Research, found the Higgs boson particle. Or is that boson? I'm not sure how to properly mangle that. But anyway, that was predicted by Stephen Hawking to have the power to destroy the universe. It seems that CERN blew up the universe. And now we're living in a series of simulations because our collective consciousness was moved into a parallel universe.
Oh. See, I thought it was feeling weird because of those mushrooms I had taken back in 2012, yeah. So, we all then just died then, huh?
Well, so says this theory. Oh, and remember that Mandela effect everybody was talking about there for a while, where certain information seems to differ from what is current information?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's supposedly remnants of memories from our old life on the real Earth.
Well, glad they got it all worked out for us.
Well, now here's another gem. This kind of goes with the previous one. It's called Last Thursday-ism. Now, most people believe that Earth has either been around for billions of years or that it was just created a mere 6,000 years ago, depending on your beliefs. However, did you know that lurking out there in that fecund mental territory, there are those who now believe that the whole thing was created last Thursday?
Last Thursday? No, I was getting an oil change last Thursday.
Well, Mr. Keynes, according to this theory with a social disorder, it says that Earth was created last Thursday, but with the appearance of being billions of years old. This means that anything ancient, including fossils or buildings, mountains, etc., was all created last Thursday, but in a state that makes them appear older.
Yeah, but I clearly remember reading a coffee-stained copy of USA Today while they were doing...
Fear not, Mr. Keynes. Last Thursday-ism has an answer for you.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely. You didn't recall it because everything was created last Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how about this one? Just when you thought going to the airport was, just another irritating thing you have to do in a 3D simulation of reality, rumor has it that the Denver airport is, in fact, the headquarters of the Illuminati, and that it doubles as a ready-to-use concentration camp for Americans that they'll be forced to live in once the New World Order takes over.
Wait, isn't it?
Well, some would say that all you have to do is look around for the actual, quote, proof of this theory. Now, this includes a huge Masonic slab sporting the words New World Airport Commission. And then there are some eerie murals featuring soldiers wearing gas masks. As your plane finally sets off for any place but there, you might just see the red eyes of Lucifer blinking ominously at you from his spot outside of the building.
Lucifer?
Yeah, I think that's Lucifer's second cousin, twice removed. Okay, here's one that will tweak off all of our anthropologist friends. And yes, we do have some.
Uh-oh. Will I need a slide rule for this?
Oh no, Mr. Keynes, nothing of the kind. As a matter of fact, you can fully unload your brain for this one. Okay? So, according to TikTok user @MomMillennial, the Roman Empire never existed.
Uh-oh. I think she's gonna torque off more than just the anthropologist with this one, bro. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it just might be a whole country that takes umbrage, Mr. Keynes. So, @MomMillennial has decided that there is absolutely no proof that Hadrian's Wall is of Roman construction, that Roman archaeological sites are simply misinterpreted, and that the entire idea of the Roman Empire was a hoax perpetuated by the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
That's right. Furthermore, she also claims that there is not one true Roman document in existence. Now, there is one claim, not any of these others, in particular, though, that really got under the skin of academics and historians, and that is the one where @MomMillennial casually compared what she referred to as the, quote, so-called Roman Empire to the Disney Empire. And after heavy backlash, she backtracked slightly, stating that her claims were just, metaphors, but still argued that massive gaps exist in the archaeological records regarding ancient Rome.
Yeah, she's gonna need to go easy there. Might find herself on a one-way dark ride. Oh, and by the way, what sort of cred does this gal have anyway?
Well, I gotta say, that is where it gets a little interesting, too. She evidently has a bachelor's degree in anthropology and history.
From Walmart University?
And while we're on the subject of whole sections of land being invalidated, comes this from Down Under. Well, it can't really say anything about this because this conspiracy says Australia doesn't exist. Evidently, Australia is basically a huge cover-up by the British government, who murdered all the prisoners it supposedly sent to the non-existent island. And don't be fooled for a minute. Everyone is in on it, including pilots, tour guides, and the actors who live on the decoy islands and pretend it's a place called Australia. Oh, you say you live in Australia? No, in fact, you actually are living somewhere in South America, or one of the islands nearby.
Seriously, man. We have friends who live there and talk funny.
Yes, we do. But according to this conspiracy, no, they don't.
They're all just really living in Altoona with a bunch of wallabies and kangaroos thrown in for sport.
Seems like a wee bit of a reach, yeah? As there are what? How many flights per day going there?
Oh, sure. But they have to go through the Denver airport first.
Okay, here's a CT you can get behind. Really far behind. Okay, we all probably recall the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, which was one of the biggest and deadliest in history. One of the rather unique theories on its origin claims that India was testing nuclear bombs, and this caused the earthquake that led to the tsunami.
Yeah, seems to me I've heard that one.
Well, yeah, and I as well, which is almost gives a little credibility to it. But then there is this theory that a somewhat obscure Southeast Asian branch of Al-Qaeda was to blame for the tsunami. They supposedly launched a terror attack in the form of an earthquake and tsunami so that they could get their hands on some of the $3 billion in aid relief that poured in after the disaster. Oh, and Mr. Keynes, this will make you giddy with delight. There are those who firmly believe that it was, in fact, aliens who did it, with the intention that they could correct Earth's wobbly rotation.
Knew it. Damn giant menace aliens.
But you know what? I bet they could actually fix that wobble. And this is from probably one of the oldest generators of conspiracy theories that we actually have record of.
The GOP?
No. They are running a close second lately, though. No, this one comes from the Flat Earth Society. This one states, plainly and without regret, there are no trees.
Well, tell that to the firefighters risking their damn lives pretty much year-round these days with forest fires out here.
Well, sir, the Flat Earth Society says that at one time, probably, 200 trillion years ago or something, that the ancient trees of the world, which apparently extended up to 40 miles into the sky and had trunks 2 miles wide, no longer exist. And that the trees we see every day are simply saplings of these ancient trees.
Oh, so they're saying there still are, but not the genuine deal then?
Seems like a con. But, yeah, that's what they're saying. This theory was spread after a video appeared on YouTube in which a Crimean man claims that a cataclysmic event thousands of years ago destroyed 99% of Earth's biosphere and all the trees in the world. The man goes on to say that mountains, mesas, and buttes are the remains of the ancient trees that have been destroyed. Also, the rock found on Earth is not actual rock, but the widespread rubble of these ancient trees.
My question is simple. What kind of mushroom did he take?
Oh, and the best and most obvious conspiracy in recent times, friends, is this one. You remember the movie The Matrix?
Oh, hell yeah. Love that thing. Long live the red pill, bro.
Indeed. Well, when that premise was released, that we're all living in a complex simulation of reality, controlled by someone or something somewhere else, it caused a sudden pause in the routines of the time, as it was very cleverly depicted in that film anyway, and the folks would mull that over to this very day, in fact. There are all sorts of suggested theories that we may be, in fact, living in a hologram, something called the holographic principle. Now, that states that there's some distant two-dimensional surface that contains all the data necessary to fully describe our world. And much like in a hologram, this data is then projected to appear in 3 dimensions. It's kind of like characters on a TV screen, right? We live on a flat surface that happens to look like it has depth.
Wait, now it's beginning to sound like the flat earth folks again.
Yeah, kinda. Leonard Susskind, the Stanford physicist who first formally defined the idea, decades ago actually, says, it's not considered some wild speculation among most theoretical physicists. It's become a working, everyday tool to solve problems in physics. Now, of course, there's really no direct evidence that our universe actually is a two-dimensional hologram, These calculations the physicists are using aren't the same thing as a mathematical proof, clearly. It's just an intriguing notion that our universe is a hologram. And like we were saying in the last show, science is only as good as the tools it has to measure something with. And for now, those rather unique tools haven't really been invented.
I wonder if Sears could help.
And with that mind-expanding but price-conscious thought, we'll call it a show, friends, but not before thanking Mago Weston for splendid ID pronouncements. Thanks as well to the interdimensional man of mystery and part-time oil changee, Milt for technical assistance, and so on and so forth.
A pleasure, as always. And hey, folks, in case you don't know, or have been hiding away from any social media at all ever, like me, we have a Patreon page now and would be happier than a box of fallopian racing hamsters if you joined us.
And you can find us at the link in the show notes, or go to patreon.com/The Fusebox Show and join the ever-growing Fusebox family.
Yeah, and you can also hop on over to that Fusebox Store and help us out that way, too. It's newly designed and loaded with all sorts of stuff.
It is indeed, and accessible at the Fusebox Show Facebook page by clicking the Shop Now tab, or on our main page at the fuseboxshow.com and just clicking the Swag button. Friends, be a conduit for good and hop aboard. I have been your outsider looking in and noticing the windows need cleaning host, Mark Rose, saying, until our next cartoon.
Fusebox.